Let's go, girls. I'm a bit shy. Oh my God, I'm a bit shy. I haven't done this in a while. What if I don't know what to do?
It's been a minute though.
What if I don't know how to pod anymore?
You know how to pod. It's in your blog.
I know how to pod. Hello, beautiful people. Last time you heard from me, I wasn't this cheery, but look at this. Cheer. Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 260 of the Receipts podcast. We are back!
School's back in session, Hans. School is back in sessions.
We are back.
We sure
We
are.
are back. Took a couple of time off. Took some time off. Didn't have a baby. And now I'm back, bitches.
Yes.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. It's your girl, Tolly T.
And just call me Audrey.
Ow.
If I was a listener, I'd be so excited to hear those sound that sound
That
again.
owl sound right
That
now.
owl sound
I
fresh.
hope they are excited. Firstly, oh my gosh, right, okay. If I ever, at any point in my life, doubted that our listeners loved and cared about me, I have been so corrected. Oh my gosh, you guys have been the sweetest people. Like the messages I've got, the emails, the DMs that I've got, I am like, thank you. Like prayers for me, my family, honestly, love heart to you guys. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And I hope the same favor and grace you give me follows you to eternity. I'm really, really grateful. Someone sent me Drake tickets.
Wow.
Emailed me. She was just like, hey, I know you're not doing really good at the moment, but I know you love Drake. So here are some tickets. Let me tell you how bad I was.
That is nice.
I didn't see the boy. This is the first time the boy has been in London.
And it was for free.
And I didn't see the boy. I had plenty of opportunities to see the boy. The boy in London, the boy in Wireless, 3 days in Wireless. I didn't see the boy. Manchester, I didn't see the boy. Someone sent me 3 tickets to Manchester. I didn't see the boy. And then she was like, hey, no obligation. You don't have to do anything. I just know you really like him. And I just hope this cheers you up. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. It's really sweet. I'm not going to take it, but thank you sort of thing. But just to show you how much you guys rode out for me and was incredibly caring and lovely. I will forever appreciate that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Friends and family, hold tight you, man.
That is so
As
beautiful.
always.
That is so beautiful. I feel like sometimes, we get so caught up, not we, but just in general with all the shit. There's so much shit in the world and you forget there's actually genuinely good people that have your best interests at heart, that truly care. So even though it was a dark time, I'm glad that there was some light that came from that. Do you know what I mean? That you got to see how much you're truly loved.
Yeah, everyone is really, really lovely. And yeah, I mean, we'll be here a while. Maybe one day I'll talk about everything that's going on. But for now, cheer and glory.
Amen.
So, whilst I was away, I literally did nothing. I don't think I left the house the whole of July, really.
Yeah.
Didn't really have a summer. So, of course, I was just thinking a lot. And first and foremost, I wasn't getting much sleep, right? And them fucking birds.
The ones that sing in the morning.
Them fucking birds. You just like, God, what is going on? So much so, I went to look it up. I'm why do they sing? Why is this happening? Why do they sing? I can't even remember what the reason was, but I say all of this, I have retained so much information. I'm now aware that September is spider mating season because I just started seeing those spiders. I was like, what's going on? September is when they mate. So it's not that these are new spiders in your home. These are the spiders that are in your home already. And it's the men looking to go find some gal.
Oh, it's
and that's why
season.
you're seeing big spiders because that's the man them going to go look for women to mate with. So I found that out. I found out why the birds sing. I can't remember that information.
Did
I
you
didn't
find out anything about fruit flies? Because they're fucking pissing me off. They are so annoying.
Do you know what? There are certain things that I just link with dirt. And I know it's not. Do you know something? I know that's not the truth. Yeah. But certain things that happen, I was like, this is when I'm dirty. Why is this happening sort of thing?
Fruit flies are jarring. We've got such a bad case of them in my kitchen. And they're just so annoying. I just deaf to all fruit flies. Seriously, be gone with you. I hate them all. But yeah, yeah.
But hey, don't kill the spiders in your home because having them around, they kill those kind of things.
Is it?
Yeah. But I'm not scared of a spider, but I will kill a spider.
Neither am I. I'm not scared of spiders. And I don't really have spiders in my house very often.
You can spot them now in September.
Yeah, they're a rarity, really. Fruit flies, they've been fucking driving me crazy. But yeah, I'm not scared of spiders like that. pick them up. Like the other day, I was emptying my suitcase and there was like a ladybug on my Spanx.
Oh, scraps a ladybug.
Yeah, exactly. And it was really just like, and ordinarily I'm not an animal lover like that, but there was something so wholesome about this ladybird. I think it's because it wasn't doing anything. It was just minding its business. So do you know what I did? I put it on a piece of paper and I let it out into the wild.
So you smashed it.
No, see, old me would have done that. But new me, I was like, no, she deserves a shot at life. Like I'm going to put her on a piece of paper and I let her walk into the wilderness. And I was so proud of myself for doing that. Because ordinarily I would be like, squash.
It doesn't take me long to kill a insect at all. Sometimes I think about it though, to be like, let's say I just killed a spider and I think, like that spider's just left home. And it's not going to go back home now. And I bet like its family's thinking like,
wondering, where the hell are you?
Where is this person?
Have let him out.
Unbeknownst to them, a mass murderer is about deading off all the spiders. Yeah. So learnt about that. What else? What? No, there's many things that I dug deep dive into. One of them was, I was wondering the first person to do drugs. What was going on in that person's life when they thought, I'm going to mix this, and I'm going to do it. Like sniff it,
and how did they know
whatever, that it was going to give euphoria? Yeah. And once it gave that euphoria, like what was their revelation? Were they like, oh my God?
And then who came along and destroyed the fun by illegalizing it?
Yeah, like I've cracked the fucking code. Like who that? We don't talk to. We need to talk to those people who discovered crack.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you're giving credit to this person discovered Microsoft and Apple. Who discovered crack?
Yeah.
Where is their fucking credit?
That is a valid question.
Oh, they discovered the CFL. Oh, Brunel discovered engineering. And fuck Isambard Brunel. Who discovered crack? That's who I think we should start giving credit to.
I don't really know much about like the origins of drugs. Like I don't know much about like how it's formed. Like I guess most of them come from plants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that is the question. Like who decided to sniff it? Like who decided to burn a weed leaf? Weed comes from leaves, right? Who decided to add fire to that and inhale? Like who? Like
who saw a mushroom and thought,
poignant. Let me sniff.
let's see what goes on.
What do you do with mushrooms? You sniff them.
I don't know what happens to mushrooms.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know how to know if a mushroom is drugs or not.
I understand the elevation of it. Like I understand how it started off as this thing that was probably in the ground and then people have just constantly like added to it to make it more and more potent and blah, blah, blah. Like I can get all of that, like how it's like developed into pills, for example. But the origin and how did it spread far and wide? Like what country, country did it start in?
And that was a time before the internet.
Exactly.
How did we start knowing about it?
If anyone has the answers to any of those questions, I also want to know the answer.
For some reason, I feel like it was discovered in San Fran.
Really? Because that's like Invention City.
They do tech and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe San Fran. More things I was thinking about. I hate Mr. Bean. This is my notes.
I used to think Mr. Bean was so funny, but I think that's quite fitting.
Hated it. I absolutely hated it.
I had no idea that he wasn't actually mute.
Oh, you thought he was?
No, I actually thought he was a genuinely mute person. What's his name? Rowan Atkinson. Yeah. That's his real name, isn't it? Yeah.
Didn't like him as a kid. Don't like it now. I did not like Mr. Bean.
There was one episode that stands out to me that I thought was so funny, and it was basically Mr. Bean like goes to the beach or something. So he's on the beach, and do you remember that, Amanda? And he was frantically like, he found a space and he was frantically trying to figure out how to get undressed.
I remember it.
Do you remember how to get undressed so that he could go and enjoy the sea? And he was like just doing the most maneuvers, doing this, doing that. And he was like sat in front of this guy, and then the guy gets up and he's blind. And it was just like, the guy gets up with his walking stick and he's just like, oh my God, I went through all of that and the guy was blind. I could have just undressed. I could have just undressed. That's the only episode. And then did he have a green Mini? Was that his car? Was it a red Mini?
I think he had a Mini.
He had a Mini.
Yeah, I think.
And
his little stupid briefcase.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was green or red, but yeah, like again, I thought he was really mute.
So I understand him. And the reason, like, I remember when we first got to England, right? My mum used to do things so we could assimilate. So she'd make us like Mr. Bean or something. So I would watch certain TV shows and stuff. And this is England and this is the UK. And I thought, well, I do not like this man. Another thought was, I was wrong. Idris Elba's Bosie is an absolute banger.
Wait, you didn't like that song?
I didn't.
I do like that song. I can't lie.
Ask Meghan and Harry. Banger.
Yeah,
I do like all that the insults I feel at you.
Steph London's verse is my favourite though.
Yeah.
But I do really like that song.
Absolute banger. Yeah. You guys are just getting to know the insides of my mind.
Your inner workings of your time off.
These are just random things I wrote. Another thing I wrote, Justin Bieber's verse on Essence slapped.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, these are my thoughts. So yeah, like when does this note start? July the 14th. The first thing that says is Joe Budden payments. Joe Budden's on 20 million a year. There's just little things I used to remind myself.
I swear I even read it was a month, or am I exaggerating?
A million a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
And that's just from Patreon. Those are just my notes that I wrote down just to remind myself where I am in life. Another one that just says, men can do anything and be absolutely fine. I don't even know what that means. Don't know where I got that from.
That would be eternally fitting though.
Something happened, I guess. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then this one I still feel passionately about. Do you know them stupid plastic straps on bras? Invisible strap. That was stupid.
Oh, like clear straps. Yeah.
That was stupid.
Yeah. Do you know what I hate? It's kind of in that same family. You know when people have plunge dresses and then it has the mesh, the skin coloured mesh. Don't have the mesh. Take the plunge. Literally.
Yeah.
Like I just really hate that bit of mesh there when you can see it. Unless it's so thin that it's almost invisible that it really has to be like your eye has to catch it. But if I can see the mesh, then just forget it.
We can be done with badly done meshes now.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's no excuses. Like I just think either wear the plunge fully or don't wear it at all. Yep. But yeah, I hear it with the clear straps as well.
And then last of my notes, there's absolutely nothing light-hearted to watch on television. I was trying to find just a bit of fun and everything was so... Oh, you'd like to know this. I started watching that Manifest thing.
Oh, did you not like it? The thing with Manifest, did you watch it on Netflix? Yeah, the first 2 seasons, but it's like all of those sorts of shows because Prison Break is very much like that as well. Did you ever watch Prison Break?
No.
So Prison Break started off like amazing, but now when I try to rewatch it, I was like, I'm not saying it's a load of crap because it isn't. It's still brilliant TV, but especially when you got to like season 4, but Manifest was the same. Like the first 2 seasons was so good, and then it just started to get a bit ridiculous. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you have to wrap it up, man. Wrap it up.
Like it was a great idea that went to absolute shit.
Yeah. It's like superheroes. No, is it Heroes as well? That was kind of like that show with Hayden Panettiere, like back in the day. That was really good, and then it just went to shit. But yeah, Manifest it goes downhill very quickly, like the flight.
But I quickly discovered Adults on Disney, which is actually light-hearted and fun, and English Teacher on Disney is a good watch as well.
These British shows?
No, American. Okay. But they're like light-hearted, not too heavy. No one's going to fucking die of cancer. Do you know, like every time you're watching, you get, and then bam, cancer. Bam, this thing. I'm just like, oh gosh, give me a break.
Give me some. I don't think I've watched anything light-hearted. I don't think I've really watched that much TV. Apart from the usual stuff. Did you watch Love is Blind?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's actually a decent season.
Yeah, I also was just not very interested in it. I'm only, honestly, reality TV, I've got 2 seasons in me, and then I'm like, I'll wrap it up after that.
Yeah, especially when it's the same concepts, because you just know that these people are here clout chasing now.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like, you just can't convince me that people are genuinely there to find marriage. Like, you just cannot. I feel like marriage is a byproduct. Like, if they do find it, then amazing, but they're going on there for clout. Like, let's just have it straight.
Yeah. But that's it. Like, you've been outside. Or update me. What's been happening in summer? I have not been online. I haven't been outside. I ain't even been on TikTok. Delete everything.
I've been very much on TikTok, watching intently. Summer's been decent. It was all right. I went to the YouTube Legacy Party. Shout out you. That was good. I went to the GRM Gala, had a good time at the GRM Gala. Went to Dubai on holiday. That was really nice. I had a really good time in Dubai. It was for my aunt's 70th.
Nice.
So my whole family flew out there. It was so nice because my nan finally got to go on holiday. I haven't talked about it on here, but basically my nan's never been on holiday. She's like 86. She's never traveled outside of like going back and forth to Ghana, basically. And she went to New York when my uncle died, which obviously is not a holiday. And so one of my life dreams was to let her experience an amazing holiday, like all expenses paid, like really live the lapse of luxury because she bloody deserves it. So before COVID, I was supposed to go to Dubai with my whole entire family. And then obviously COVID happened, so we never ended up going. And then last year, we went to Spain and she was supposed to come, but her visa fell through like last minute, so she couldn't come. So this year, finally, like when we knew this family trip was happening, I was like, who am I speaking to about the visa? I need to get the ball rolling with that. My nan is definitely coming on this holiday, but she made it. And honestly, she just had the best time. Like the minute we arrived and we were on the coach, you know, on the way to the hotel, she was just in awe of all the buildings. She was just like, hey, she was just she just couldn't believe it. She'd never seen anything like that in her whole life. And my nan, like, you know, you guys know I share her all the time. She's so like, she's a fashion girly, like she loves nice things. So I feel like Dubai is like perfect for her because she loves opulence, like she loves fabric and spices and gold and all of that. So she had the best time. So we took her to the souk. And we took her to the gold souk, and there's a picture of her, like she tried on this like $100,000 like gold necklace, and honestly she was just losing her mind, but she loved it. I think like obviously all of that is lovely, but the most important thing was that she, you know, she was with my mum and she was with me and my sister and the girls. So yeah, she just had the best time. Like we had an amazing time. Yeah, we really enjoyed ourselves. It was very hot and everyone was like, but I think people are exaggerating. People were like, oh my God, you're going in August. You're going to die. It was hot, but it's very manageable. Like very manageable. Like we were outside, obviously wear your sunscreen. We were outside in the pool doing all of that. And then when it was time to go inside, we went inside. But
I've never actually been to Dubai.
Yeah, no, it was great. And we went, so my aunt's 70th was just, it was amazing. Like my cousins did so well. So my two older cousins, they planned the whole thing. And yeah, it was just beautiful. It was like a wedding for a 70th. Like literally my aunt changed like 5 times. We had it in this beautiful venue. Yeah, they arranged like Hummer limos for everybody. It was just stuff that African aunties, like stuff that dreams are made of for them. Like it was amazing. So yeah, it was nice. We were there for a week and I was an absolute nightmare on the way there. On the way back, she was a perfect angel, so balance. And then yeah, it was nice, like being with my sister every day, seeing my niece every day, my mum every day, my nan every day. It was lovely. So yeah, that was pretty much it for my summer. Came back and yeah, I've just been here. I've only been back I got back, when did I get back? Last week. So yeah, that was it really. That's my summer. Yeah.
Is there any gist, anything popular culture that I've missed? Anybody doing anything they shouldn't
been
be doing?
So much stuff. Like so much stuff has happened. Like we got the Diddy verdict. We're still waiting for him to be sentenced. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that was a bit more closer to home that I don't know if I want to talk about. Maybe we'll save it for Patreon. But what else has happened? A lot happened. But I just feel like so much stuff. There was just constantly shit going on every week. But now it's like, what's popping now? I guess the racists are out in full force with their flags and stuff. And
oh my gosh.
It's just a mess.
I was like seeing it, right? Look, okay. I'm trying to think of how to say it, right? This idea that like, oh, it's not about racism, it's not about this, we're doing it because we are proud of England. You are so very aware of what that flag is, right? Like you know exactly what that flag is. There is no part of you that's saying it, oh, it's because we just want to say that we are proud of England. Like you are saying this is ours and get to stay out of it. There is no part of it that's just, oh, we just love the England flag so much. St. George or whoever the man's name is. Like that's just not the case.
And also it's very much coincided with this anger towards like immigrants.
Now? Yeah, why
Do you
now?
know what I mean?
Why
like,
not last summer when you're not proud of England? Why not January you was proud of England?
If it was a random summer and it wasn't so heavily politicised, then yeah, maybe I could get my head around it. And the thing is, at its core, being patriotic is not a bad thing, but unfortunately, the people have ruined it. So now, for me, when I see that I do affiliate it with negativity, I do affiliate it with prejudice and racism and all of those things.
I'm genuinely scared of it.
And
it's not even just a thing of the like, oh, I genuinely think that person that lives in that house or that person that's there will hate me.
Yeah.
That's just what it is to me. That's what it reads to me.
Then they need to do a better job at the PR for it of separating it. But it doesn't feel like no one wants to do that work and no one wants to separate it. So unfortunately, for black and brown people all around, when we see that is just what we associate it with, unfortunately. But there might be a small fraction of people that are genuinely
they don't want to separate it.
But they have no interest in that. So you can't be mad at the affiliation. You can't be angry at the connection that people make, unfortunately. So it just is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I just think, again, it's all just misplaced anger. I think so many things I've realised are just misplaced anger. Like you're angry at the wrong things. Like you're angry at the thing that feels immediate. Like you're angry at the thing that's in your face when actually, yeah, it's just a waste of energy.
Like, round, not too far from me, someone's like just put the cross on a white on a roundabout.
Yeah,
so
not
that
much
just
creativity.
looks shit.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even look pretty. Like it looks shit. Like you are taking down the value of our area.
yeah.
Like this is not doing what you think it
Yeah,
does. This
not at
actually
all.
looks very bad.
I just see it as a dog whistle for other people that have just got that mindset, and it's just like, hey, like you're welcome over here and you're not. Like that's just I think Black and brown people will just always see it that way.
Yeah, I definitely think I will be.
Yeah.
Because when you're talking about going to Dubai, so I went away during this break. I went to Greece with my family. We went to Crete, and I have never not prepped for a holiday. Like I wasn't gonna go. I was like, oh, I'm not going. Blah 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 blah. My family was like, yes, you're fucking are. So to the point that like my sister packed for me. Did I take a wig? I don't even know if I took a wig. Like and it just made me realize that like, oh my God, all this extra shit we do to go for holidays, actually not necessary, right? Like I didn't even take makeup. The only thing I had was an SPF lip balm and SPF sunscreen. And that was literally it. And did a holiday. And I was like, all of this, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do this. Is actually so necessary. But speaking of wigs, I never thought I'd see the day. Never thought I'd say it, but I might be fucking done with them.
Really?
I honestly, like, I don't know, maybe this is just a thing that every Black woman goes through at some point in their life. And to be like, if I ever have to stick a wig on my head again, I will rip my head off.
No, I hear it.
Like,
It's a lot.
I'm done with it. And let me tell you what exactly made me done with it. I was watching, I don't know if you guys seen it, it's on Netflix. It's a woman that got done by the Tinder swindler. So she's got this like agency now where she catches men who are using women. Yeah, so that's like this kind of like, it reminds me of like Cheaters.
Okay.
Like the best time in television.
Yeah, great show.
Don't cry, don't beg. It's all over, Jackie. But anyway,
Is that where that's from?
Yeah,
that's from Cheaters.
Yeah. Some African guy got, no, he called his girlfriend Jackie. He said, it's all over, Jackie, don't cry, don't beg. And it's just gone wide ever since. But anyway, so I was watching this, because it sounds so bad of me, God forgive me. And there was like these Black girls on it, and I was just looking at their wigs and I was like, this looks fucking disgusting.
Yeah, sometimes you can't unsee
their wigs were laid well. It wasn't laid badly. It wasn't that like they laid it badly or whatever, but there is no amount of laid well.
No, nothing.
That we're just not, I don't know if it's the HD-ness of television, but I was just like,
yeah.
is this what I look like?
I don't think you can ever make it look natural. I don't think there's a world, especially if you're gluing it in any way, shape or form, then it's already curtains. But I hear it. I go through that phase as well.
I was like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, when I have a leave out, then I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it. But then after I've had a leave out for like 2 weeks, I'm like, for me, it's just always going to be like a safety net. Like it's, do you know what I mean? It's just
you're
always
going to have an option.
Yeah, it's always going to be there in the absolute worst case scenario or whatever. But I hear it because it's a lot of work. Like it's a lot, like you can't feel, your scalp doesn't feel, do you know what I mean? Refreshed, like you can't feel the air. Like it's a lot. So
and don't mark my words. Like at some point, I'm going to put a wig on my head because like, you know, necessarily will occur.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh my God, I just need to I just need to figure out what to do to my actual hair all the time because I can't keep doing this.
What I would do every
and like,
day.
because there was a time like during all of this time, right? No, vanity is important. Not vanity upon vanity, as the Bible says us to not have, but a version of vanity. One day I just got up and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, it's enough.
Oh
like,
no.
I was like, you look like fried fantastic shit. My cane rolls had been on my head for like you couldn't see a part. My skin was dull. Like I was like, oh my God, this is fresh, hot shit. I was just like, no, vanity needs to kick in. Like you need to get better and you need to look better. Like you are starting to look like what you've gone through. And the promise is you never look like what you're going through. Girl, fix up. But like I was like, oh, let me put a wig on. I was like, I don't want to put a wig on. Like the lace, the gluing.
It's a lot of work. I know what you mean. There needs to be a version of like, I feel amazing about myself and not have to go through that whole process. Do you know what I mean? It is a lot. Like, yeah, I hear it. I hear it completely.
So I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
And just not do it for a while.
Yeah.
I want to get braids, but that costs £9 million and I don't have £9 million.
Yeah, the thing is, I love braids. I think they're so pretty. The only reason I don't wear braids that often is because I just do not have the patience to sit down. And it's so mad because when I was younger, like as in a child, I used to have braids all the time. It was like my go-to hairstyle. And I think to myself, what the hell did I do? Because we didn't have iPads and shit back then when I was getting my braids done. And I would go and sit in a hairdresser's house and just sit there for hours and have to watch whatever it is they're watching on TV. You just have to swallow it and just sit there.
Some shit Nollywood thing.
And then just sit there all day and swallow it. Sometimes, you know, with very little food and water, and I would manage. So why the hell wouldn't I manage now when I can probably have a braider come to my house, do it in the comfort of my own house, watch what I want on TV? I just still don't have the...
It's because you're used to everything happening quite quickly.
I'm so used to everything being like immediate and instant gratification and blah, blah, blah. And that's when I realised that I'm at the peak of my ADHD. Like, I'm at the peak of my ADHD. Like, I don't even think I can really watch long form content anymore. Like, it's so bad.
Is that ADHD or just like your lack of attention span?
But I think it's both. But I definitely do think I've got ADHD. And shout out to the people that are always telling me that I definitely do. I definitely think I do. Because when I've done the tests, I always have it. Like, I haven't been diagnosed formally, by the way. I have not been formally diagnosed. But when I've done the test, I always have all the characteristics of someone who has ADHD. Yeah. But I definitely think that, like, you know, being on the phones constantly and all the rest of it definitely has an impact on, like,
oh my God, the way my screen time. The other day I looked at it, my screen time was 2 hours.
I
was like, this is I was just like, this is insane. And I realised it's because my screen time is always on socials and there's nothing that fucking interesting happening. Actually, tell a lie. My friend sent me a link to a Vogue article the other day. I'm sorry, nobody is as classy as Temi Odetola and Mr. Easy.
That wedding, how sensational.
Like,
it's absolutely sensational.
There's money and there's money, guys.
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it?
I reek of poverty. When I was looking at it, I almost felt like it was a privilege to see that kind of wealth. And that kind of wealth done, like, everybody knows, I think Temi is, in terms of it girl, she's my it girl. I think she's an it girl. I think she's gorgeous. She always looks, a classy girl will always remain classy. Like, the girl is so classy in all that she does. So, Mr. Easy is a musician, Temi Odetola is a model and actress, but also the daughter of Femi Odetola, one of the richest men in Africa, let's just say, not even Nigeria, it's Africa. And they got married. Honestly.
Sensational.
I can't remember the last time I read a Vogue article from top to finish. I read every single part of that article. There was a bit where they said, we had our favourite Icelandic caterers to do the wedding. Who the fuck has favourite Icelandic caterers?
The only Iceland I've been to is...
I can't even name
that's even Asda. That's see? What do I know?
Name you a UK caterer.
I can't even get my supermarkets right.
UK, when it says Mills. That's as far as I know.
Mama J's, shout out her.
Shout
out Mama J's, her food slaps.
How do you have favourite Icelandic caterers? Like, what kind of wealth is
that
this?
That is next level opulence. That was
Your
beautiful.
Ashoke is designed by Zach Bosen. What are we talking about?
Stunning.
Not a meshing site.
Not one.
Not a stupid meshing site.
Not one.
Do you know what my favourite part of it? There was no hip fake bullshit inside. My favourite bit, not a fucking Lagos hairline inside.
Not one. I saw the maddest.
Not a lace on her head top.
Not one.
And I was looking at it and I was just like, I'm obsessed with people who look like themselves on their wedding day.
Yeah.
I think we've got to think of the, like, what's trendy.
Yeah, like the cookie cutter.
Yeah. So everyone does the Lagos hairline, the this, the that, and the other. But she just looked like the most radiant, beautiful version of herself.
Yeah, she did. She did.
And he looked amazing. Wow.
I will never skip anything. Like, I've been seeing their weddings like all over my algorithm and I just look at every angle. Like, it's stunning. It was just breathtaking in every sense of the word. Like, they really ate, like, with everything. Like, shout out them. And do you know who else's wedding was really nice as well? Grace Beverly's. Oh my God.
I actually haven't seen that.
Oh my God, her wedding was so, it was just very her. Like, it just seemed so authentic to her, but it was absolutely gorgeous. Like, the looks, the location, everything. But it really did have loads of touches of her. Like, you know, you can tell it's not, again, what were you saying, cookie cutter and just like,
here's what you're meant to do.
Yeah, it was like, she literally, it just felt very personal to them as well. And it just looked like a fun party as well. Nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, that looked like a nice night.
That wedding.
Yeah. That wedding was stunning.
I have never seen wealth like that was, so this is money.
Yeah. And taste, like, you know, money and taste coming together.
I love people that can be rich well. I love people that are rich well.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
She looks stunning. Like, every look was beautiful. The Zach Posen, was that the white one?
Yeah.
Stunning.
Zach Posen designed your Ashobi. Like, who's heard of that?
Crazy.
Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
She looks. I'm just obsessed with like the fact that she just looks like herself. I just love that she didn't have like the typical Lagos hairline wig and whatever. It was just her hair, like just chef's kiss all around. Absolutely looked beautiful, and I hope they had the best time. Their wedding was spread across 3 places: Monaco, Dubai, and Iceland.
I know, mad. And it was like, I saw, people were like, oh, why didn't she have it in Africa? But I felt like if you live in Africa, then your version of a destination wedding is not going to be in Africa.
Also, they're so well known, it will be too many with us. There'll be too many people will try to get to it or whatever. Yeah. It will just be a mess.
I had no idea they got married in May. Like, that was ages ago. So, like, we've already just seen the pictures and stuff now, which is...
Yeah, because that Vogue exclusive.
Oh, yeah, I guess if your wedding's going to be featured in Vogue, you'll shut the hell up and just wait. But yeah, the pictures, he looked... sensational.
He looks
as well.
so good as well.
Look,
yeah.
Like, she just, her white wedding dress as well.
Everything
so
was
classy.
Everything was
so classy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like everything was literally perfection. And it can't even be like, oh, that's my, like, it was perfect. It looked, well done. Wedding planner, you can just see a classy girl will always remain classy.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah,
like,
she really is that girl, man. She really is.
She is the it girl.
Yeah, she really is.
Like literally, I was just like, wow, this,
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, same.
Beautiful gowns, beautiful girl.
No notes. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. There was a point, I don't know what, like they had a picture with them two in Diplo, and it was like our friend Olua Diplo, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting name. I was like, you idiot. I was like, they just added Olua to Diplo. I was like, that's what does that name mean? And it took me a minute. I was like, oh, Olua Diplo. Like, as in Diplo's the DJ. I don't know, but I think he's like friends with Mr. Easy, I assume. But like, it just, yeah, there's money.
I saw that John
man.
Legend performed.
Yeah, because the article says, and one last surprise for the bride, the piano rose from a water ground.
What does that even mean?
Piano arose from the ground on the water background, and John Legend performed All of Me. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? What did Burna Boy say again? The one that has Adetala's name in it. It has Adetala's name in it. Burna Boy said something. And they all have Adetala's name in it, to be fair. Dangote Adetala's name is always going to show up when they're talking about rich people. But hold tight. Hold tight, you man. Like, wow.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely stunning.
It actually genuinely felt like a privilege to witness that level of wealth.
Yeah, I've proper been watching and looking at everything. It's just so beautiful. Yeah.
And then she said that when she was talking to her stylist about the bridesmaids bit, that she didn't want anything that looked like some kind of like birthday robes. I said, yeah, damn right. Damn right, yeah.
Yeah.
You read us a little bit. You read us paupers a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. You tell us you don't want to do the same thing that everyone else has been doing.
We deserve.
Yeah.
Because look at someone doing things because they like it rather than what's trendy.
Yeah. No, it's actually very true. It was her all over, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can tell. Like you can tell.
Absolutely beautiful. Like beautiful. But yeah, is anything else that's been missed?
Yeah, do you know our good friend Sierra? She's been in the
friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show, our good sis.
You can go back and watch her episode with her.
Yes. So people are trying to flog her because basically she's added she's hyphenated Wilson, Baby Future's last name and added Wilson, which to me, I'm trying to see what the issue is here. But of course, all the fucking incels and the angry women-hating men are, calling her out and calling her all sorts of things. But again, I'm trying to understand what the issue is. I believe that the name is hyphenated. I've got no idea what Future's surname is, but I heard that it was hyphenated. But the way people are so mad, and it's just like, people...
So it's like Future Akbar Wilson?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Is Akbar Future's last name?
No, definitely not.
Look, the boy's already called Future, man. What the fuck else do you want?
Exactly. If there was any, he's obviously that she's paid homage to his birth dad, by naming him
boy's
after
called
him.
Future.
So his name is Future. So I really don't understand what there is to be mad about. But people are basically like saying, oh, it's so disrespectful, and if I were Future, blah, blah, blah. But then I've seen people saying that apparently, even for that to be a thing, the birth dad has to sign off on it. I don't know how true that is. It sounds like something that may be true. But what is there to argue about?
I saw in an interview that she has full custody of her son.
Yeah.
And when she was asked about co-parenting, she kind of gave a little like, what the fuck is that sort of thing? Like this kind of like, I don't know her.
Yeah.
But my thing is, why I always find funny are people are fighting for Future. If Future was angry about this, trust me.
Oh, he would tweet.
He would have tweeted it.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. Because when that Lady Diamond or Lady Beautiful, what was her name? They were talking about him on TikTok. Like she said she slept
Gorgeous
with him.
Doll.
Gorgeous Doll. Not Lady Beautiful. Gorgeous Doll. The same world. Lady Beautiful, Gorgeous Doll. When she was talking about him on TikTok about having, he tweeted it to be like, oh, this like he anytime someone talks about him and he doesn't approve, he will always
say something.
So if he was bothered, we would have heard him say, no, this ain't right, fuck yeah. But he would have said something, right? And he hasn't. So why are you fighting his case?
Exactly.
Why are you so angry for him when we don't even know that he's angry?
They're always on the wrong side, because what it boils down to is they're so angry at the fact that women move on and do better, because they're always telling women to choose better. And so then when a woman does, they move the goalpost and they're like, oh, but now you're being disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. They don't give a damn about the name and the legacy and all of that. Like you said, the kid's name's Future. I don't know many Futures running around. I think it's going to be pretty evident, that that's his son. So the legacy is already instilled in him regardless of whether, whatever the surname is. But adding the Wilson to me makes fucking perfect sense. First of all, she's married to him. That's her husband.
Somebody adopted him.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he had.
Adopted him.
And why should Future be ostracized and have a different surname to all of his siblings? Like stuff like that matters at the end of the day. But I just think, you man are fighting the wrong thing. Again, like your anger is misplaced. Like you have no smoke for Future, who allegedly is a deadbeat. Like your energy, if anything, should be on calling him out. But instead you're angry at the woman that chose better, the same thing that you're always telling people to do. It just makes no sense. Like I'm just failing to understand what the issue is.
I'm often like amazed by deadbeats, right? Like I just think like that's mad, because
the audaciousness. Genuinely,
there are some t-shirts or like there's a dress I have not seen in a while and I still think about with this dress. Like I don't know if I left at someone's house and it's a dress. So let alone me having a kid that I just somewhere and I'm not thinking about and I'm not thinking to go search.
Whole kid.
So I'm always like, really, like, how can you just do that? But I'm also more interested in famous deadbeats because people know.
People know that you have a kid.
You're not ashamed.
Like
there is like a shame and people are like, oh, just that family knows and whatever, doesn't really matter. But like the whole of us know, I always think about Katie Price and that football player, that man does not see his son. And I'm like, we know that's mad.
Exactly.
I'd be so shy.
But do you know what? Yeah, what is his name? Dwight
York, that's his name, yeah.
And he even had the audacity. And the thing is, I feel like one thing about the British public, no matter what we're fighting about, we are going to stand 10 toes down when it comes to Katie Price and Harvey, because I think Dwight York's got another kid, and I think he posted like happy 18th birthday to his other kid, and everyone in the comments was like, what about fucking Harvey? What's about Harvey? How many birthdays have you wished out? And I was like, good. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we're going to stand together on something, stand together on that, because that one is wild and flagrant. And not to say that he shouldn't acknowledge his other kid, but like you're saying, it is so insane to me that you're not ashamed. And I think for him, for so long, he rode on the fact that like he felt like people didn't like Katie. And so when you feel like people are going to take your side or the other person isn't like, I feel like you just feel more emboldened to do the things you're doing. But no, people really stand on business and now they're getting Peter Andre out of here.
Katie Price has about 10 lives when it comes to that celebrity world.
Yeah,
she will always land on her feet.
And
no matter what she does.
Song.
You see? And you know damn right woman can't sing.
No,
but
she cannot.
Favour follows that woman. Like as in she always lands on her feet.
Do you know what it is? I think it's because she's authentic. And I think that will always win. Like no matter what, whether you're polarizing or not, if you're yourself, that is always going to be a winning formula. And I think for her, she's always been honest. Like there's nothing you can use against her because she just talks it. She just talks about it. She's very open. But people are really trying to get Peter Andre out of here now. Like they hate him. Like they are.
What did he do?
So basically, so Katie Price's daughter, Princess Andre, she's got a reality TV show.
Beautiful girl, that girl is.
Gorgeous. And so she's got this reality TV show. And I think apparently the producers had said that they really wanted to just focus on her. And so Katie could have no involvement in it. And that's mad because, and Katie even said it herself, like, you already know her because she's my daughter. Do you know what I mean?
She's only famous because she's...
Yeah. But Peter Andre is heavily involved in it. And I think it's that same manager. I think her name's Claire or something. And I think Katie's got beef with her.
Do you know how mad it is that I know exactly who Claire
exactly.
Why do I know
Claire was a thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I
Claire
know
was like,
exactly who Claire is.
When Katie Price was popping, Claire was always
there.
there.
Yeah.
I remember her face. She looks great though. I will say that she looks amazing. And so it's kind of that information became public, and everyone's just like, well, you know, this is all Peter Andre's fault. Like, he's definitely got some doing. Like. And so what people have started doing is they started going back and clipping things from like their old reality shows. And people are coming out basically saying he's like a covert narcissist. Like, the nice guy thing is completely disingenuous. Like, Katie was villainized and demonized in the media for so long, and she's not actually the bad guy. Like, he's the bad guy. And like, I do kind of have a problem with the whole thing of like going back to clips, because if you've got a narrative that you want to paint about someone, and they're a public figure, you can create that narrative through clips. And if you remove context, like, so, but at the same time,
remove context, add some music behind it.
Exactly. So I don't know about all of that, but the things that they have been to, and people have been coming out and saying, oh, he's this and he's that and he's behind it. And then he kind of like made a public statement being like, I've been silent for long enough and I haven't spoken and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like he had that card in his back pocket. Like, he's been waiting for years to play. But yeah, they're just really going at him now. And I don't know whether he deserves it or not. I can't say, but
everybody gets their day.
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
his turn.
I just never thought it was. I just, you know. And then obviously he was getting flogged for that whole Jamaican thing that he did. Did you see that film? Which was fucking stupid. But so it's not a good day for him. But shout out Katie.
Yeah,
Price.
I don't. Going back to Sierra, I think because he's been so openly like a deadbeat and not involved and whatever, I don't see the harm in. Look, his last name was still there. It's not that she replaced the name altogether but didn't include him. If Russell is adopted this Future, then it makes sense. And also, as luck will have it, why does Future look like Russell Wilson so much?
He does, you know. He really doesn't. He does. He looks like Sierra and... Yeah.
Like,
beautiful
wow,
kids.
look at God.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. He just looks, every time I see him, I was like, oh, he looks like Russell.
But I'll just never understand why men are so mad at someone stepping up. I think it's like, because they just know that they wouldn't do it, but just, you don't have to do it. But like, you don't have to call someone a simp or try and make it seem like they're doing something negative because they've taken on a kid as their own. Also,
you don't get to talk about legacy if you don't look after your child.
At all.
That's not your legacy.
But that's the same reason why they all say that they want to have kids all the time. Legacy. And a lot of you have legacies that you're not taking care of.
Legacy is not that you just implanted sperm somewhere the child was born and that's legacy. No, legacy involves your doing. Legacy involves you having an input on that child. If you don't see the child, look after the child, you've left no imprint. You've left no legacy. Anything that Future is, anything that a child that their father is not around is kind of because of your absence.
Exactly.
It's not because you were there for them.
In spite of you.
Yeah.
100%.
Like,
100%.
So I don't understand this kind of like legacy, like I'm going to have a child and not see it, but yeah, my legacy is somewhere.
Shut up. They're just full of shit. Just say that you don't care to be a dad. And
my favourite thing is like when a deadbeat dad has like a kid or whatever, and that kid goes to be incredibly successful. It gets me going. I think like LeBron James's dad is a deadbeat, and I just love thinking of the thought of him like being in a, I don't know, they don't have pubs in America, being in a bar somewhere and like a sports bar somewhere, and LeBron is playing for the Miami.
I've got no idea.
Lakers. And LeBron is playing for the Lakers, and Lakers are playing, and his dad's going to be like, "That's my son." People are like, "Yeah, sure.
Sure, Ronnie, sure." Ronnie's drunk at the bar again. Get him out of here.
Bonnie's dead. I love that drunken man. I don't know. I see him as drunken. Just saying, "That's my son." People are like, "Yeah,
sure,
of course he is." Yeah, I wish that for all deadbeat fathers, that your kids are so incredibly successful and just make something great of their lives. And every time you tell someone to be like, "Oh, that's my kid," they're like,
no one believes you. And you idiots are always encouraging people to, still take up for the parents. It doesn't matter. That's still, no, the fuck it isn't. I'm so sorry. Like, if I had a deadbeat parent, I promise you, and like, they came to me for anything, I'm not doing shit for you. I promise you I'm not doing nothing.
Do you know what you say that, but you would?
I don't think I would.
Yeah. And I hear it. I hear exactly what you're saying.
I don't think I would. Because I would be like, I don't know you. I don't owe you any, like, I literally do not owe you anything.
You know, it depends on the level of deadbeatness.
Yeah, okay, true. Like, if you were kind of present, but you weren't,
if you were completely absent, wasn't around at all, whatever.
Yeah, and I think that's more what I'm talking about. Like, if I don't know you from a can of paint and then you pop up, and then first of all, you try to come with some story about how my mum ain't shit and my mum tried to keep me, because that old chestnut, do you know what I mean? Like, first of all, bye. But a lot of kids do take, especially sons, like a lot of sons, like they really
my mum says that, and a lot of African men say that kids will always look for their fathers.
Yeah.
They are of that belief that like they will go look for them. Like there's an African saying a good child is the father's and a bad child is the mother's. Like they just have this belief that you will always go out and look for your father.
And I understand that because that's half of who you are. Do you know what I mean? So I get it. But I saw this TikTok, and then this man was like, I will choose my mum in every life. I don't care. Like, I love my mum. She's the best mum. And then someone wrote in the comments, yeah, me too. But next time she's got to get her money up.
Next time she's got to marry Femi or this one, for God's sake. For God's sake, marry right. Jesus Christ. Everybody wants marriage. Everyone's talking about marrying rights.
Oh my God. No, but speaking of, well, actually, no, never mind. That segue does not work. Have you watched Unknown Caller on Netflix?
I have watched Unknown Caller on Netflix.
Amanda, have you watched it?
So for those of you who haven't, sorry, spoiler alert.
I'm very rarely gobsmacked.
Complete and utter spoiler alert. So you might want to skip by like 5 minutes.
You might want to forward this
or
bit.
whatever. No, don't. Stay with us and go through
It's all over the socials anyway, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So Unknown Caller is a documentary show on Netflix, which I've realised they're doing a lot of. And a lot of it is just podcasts that they're remaking because it's cheap for them to make. So that shows you the state of television. Hey, those are just my grievances. Ignore me. Unknown Caller is about this group of teenagers in high school. There's a girl called Lauren, can't remember the guy's name, Owen. And Lauren and Owen are dating, like, but they keep suddenly they start getting texts being like.
At first, it started off kind of light, isn't it? It was like, oh, Owen's cheating on you.
Oh yeah, like Owen wants me.
yeah.
I don't know why we were saying it in that voice. Owen is my boyfriend. Owen wants my pussy. But eventually it starts to go to Owen wants my pussy.
Yeah, it got very sexually
and these are like
explicit.
14, 13-year-olds being like, oh, you think you're ugly?
Yeah.
And why did I say Oye? I'm so off. Owen. Oye is a Nigerian name. Jesus Christ. Owen thinks you're ugly. Owen wants my pussy, not yours. Owen wants me to give him a blowjob, and
he wants you to get out of here with your flat ass.
Yeah, like you're so skinny. Don't kill yourself. It turned very dark,
it got really dark
quickly, and it was continuous. Like they just kept coming and coming, and there's this like it's very like do you know that part of America? Is it Midtown America? Midtown America. Like there's just like not much doing. So this kind of thing is exciting. Everyone knows each other. All the parents know each other and things like that. So it becomes big. Like the kids are really stressed out about this. Eventually, Owen and Lauren break up, and Owen gets a new girlfriend from like out of town. Not long after, she starts getting messages as well.
It was even the new girlfriend's mum that got the first message.
Yeah.
And it just continued on. So this went on for over 22 months.
Yes.
This from the beginning to the end. So like Tolly was saying, Lauren and Owen split up. The new girlfriend's mum starts getting the abusive messages, and it just continues. And like in every sort of small town documentary or show, there's a sheriff. And the sheriff is just always useless. And it was like they got the principal involved and they got the sheriff involved, and then the families were kind of doing their own investigations and trying to narrow it down. Like they had a few suspects, like the high school bully or whatever. She was like suspects number 1, then his cousin or something. There was like a few suspects. But then it started to get ridiculous. So Owen's mum, I think she was like at the end of her tether, and she went to the police station. She was not having it.
And Owen's mum's haircut told you she weren't going to. She weren't playing. She
had an asymmetric bob that was spiky with highlights.
And
she
it wasn't
was
curly
not
because
playing.
she used tongue. She did mousse and did that.
Exactly.
She that scrunched up with mousse. That is the hairstyle of a woman that doesn't take shit.
Playing, and she was wearing blue eyeshadow. People that wear blue eyeshadow do
ready blonde hair, blue eyeshadow, scrunched up with a mousse.
Exactly. And so she was just like, so she frantically was like, listen, we need to get to the bottom of this, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I guess like when it comes to these sorts of crimes, because there's no physical harm, I get why, they're not going to get the FBI involved and stuff like that. But it did get to a point where like the messages were so relentless. I think the FBI did get involved, or they hired like a PI or something, but there was higher powers that were called. And they did like, when they did it, I was like, why didn't they just do that in the beginning? But I guess these things have to escalate to that.
Yeah.
And so they ended up having to, I think they traced the IP address, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So when they traced the IP address, the call was quite literally coming from inside the house. Mm-hmm. And it was the victim, Lauren, the original victim, Lauren's mum. Who, by the way, featured in this documentary from the beginning. She was there talking about, and we just didn't know what was going on. That
alone. To tell you she's tapped.
Exactly, she is tapped. Like, she is truly crazy. And she was just like, and I was so frustrated because who was doing this to my daughter?
You.
And it was you the whole time.
She was like sending her daughter messages about go kill yourself and all of this.
Not even funny. Insane.
And it really annoyed me because I think at one point one of the producers asked her, like, why were you doing this?
Yeah.
And then she was quiet. And I really hate when people give someone an answer. And she was like, oh, well, you sending it to yourself. Don't give her a way out.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't give her a way out. She was like, yeah, maybe that's what it was. It wasn't.
That's not why you did it, ma'am.
You're tapped.
Exactly. You're literally tapped. And the reason why she's so fucking sick is because, the messages, and I feel like the messages were sexually explicit.
Got sexual, like.
And obviously everyone on TikTok is unpacking it and saying, yeah, we figured it out and we knew. But, and I was thinking, no, the fuck you didn't. But when you go back, there were certain clues. Apparently people were like, there were words that she was using that Gen Z just wouldn't use and that were a giveaway. But honestly, I didn't think any of that when I was watching. I was just thinking, who the fuck is this person that's messaging these teenagers and like sexually abusing them and like threatening them with like death threats and all sorts of madnesses? And it was her own mum.
And the worst part of it is when the police like go to her house to be like,
oh, they were,
like, you know, we know it's you sort of thing. She's like, yeah.
She was unbothered. She
didn't even give any kind of like,
she was like,
what do you mean?
She was kind of like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the maddest thing ever.
And then they call her husband in, right?
He was not playing around. He was already done with her though. They were having marital problems before.
Honestly, he was kind of like to the police. He's like, you don't need to stay here until she leaves.
Yeah. He was like, you need to get out.
Because if she's here and you guys are not here, I don't know what I'm going to do. I love that honesty to be like, I might kill this woman if you guys are not here. Because not only was she doing that to our daughter, she lied about being employed for the last year.
Yeah, exactly that part. I'd be more pissed about that.
Didn't have a job.
You don't have a job? Where have you been going every day?
Where have you been going? Do you know you hear that story so often where like someone doesn't have a job but they get up every morning, get dressed and tell their partner they're going to work.
I did that with my mum before.
Yeah, you're tapped.
I did that with my mum. I was like, I cannot tell my mum I got sacked.
Actually,
again.
What am I talking about? When I got suspended from school, my mum had not known yet. I got ready and went to school. I got dressed and went to school. For a day until the school called her to be like, this bitch is not.
She's not here.
Supposed to be
here. Oh my God.
But yeah, that just how I did.
Kendra was insane. But do you know what?
She didn't say why. She went to jail though.
But I feel like she did never say why.
She's never said why.
But do you know the fucking audacity? This is when I knew this woman is insane. The audacity. She tried to be like, well, at the end of the day, we all commit crime. Some of us just don't get caught. Yeah. I was like, don't bring us into it. Because, you know, we might have had one too many and driven. That's the example she used. She was like, people drink, drive, and they don't get caught. Telling your daughter to kill yourself is very much premeditated. And also, she had so many opportunities to stop. She had so many, and like sending your daughter like sexually explicit messages and body shaming her and doing all of these weird things. All now, no one knows why.
There was that analogy of the Munchausen.
Yeah.
So, there's a podcast called Nobody Should Believe Me. You guys listen to it. It's absolutely brilliant. And it talks about cases of Munchausen. But basically, it's when people say their kid is sick. Munchausen by proxy. That they say their kid is sick or they've got something wrong with them just so they can keep going to hospital or going to doctors or whatever. Weird. So the idea behind it was that there's another name for it, which is that like she wanted her daughter to need her. So maybe like her daughter becoming a teenager, wasn't around her as much and whatever, and then she just wanted her daughter to need her again. So if her daughter was getting these messages, you go back to your mum, she goes home, she cries to her mum, her mum cuddles her mum fixes it, she doesn't trust anyone else. So she just wanted her daughter to like need her. Yeah, and so that is the only theory that I can think makes sense to me.
I saw that theory. A lot of people were saying that, and then a lot of people were saying that she's a paedophile and she had a crush on Owen.
And she had a crush on Owen.
Because the thing is, the language that she used, if it was a thing of wanting your daughter to, you could have stopped her and like also, Owen's cheating on you.
When they broke up, she didn't need to continue go attack the other person.
Because now your daughter needs you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So like you've gotten this security or whatever it was you're craving from your daughter. Like she's obviously unwell. Like clearly she's unhinged, but. God
forgive me, she looked like she was having a stroke the whole time.
Yeah, she was.
I don't know if it was the angles they were filming her in, but they did not.
She was probably loving
make her look normal at all.
Because they were saying in this small town, apparently there's like a proper deep dive article, and apparently the documentary leaves out a lot of things, which of course it's a documentary, it's not going to go on until Thy Kingdom Come, but apparently there's like a deep dive article in some magazine called The Cut or something, and it proper breaks everything. Like you get so much more context. And the family were like, where it's one of those small families, it's like generations of people that lived there, and Jill and her husband, they would always been popular. So the dad was like captain of the baseball team that took them to like the national.
Oh, that they just stay. Just as the reason why you should move out of your town.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't stay in the town you grew up in.
And Kendra was a
Move out.
nerd, and no one really. She was like the invisible person in high school. Like when I think of American high school, I just think it sounds like hell. Like the way it's portrayed on TV shows and stuff like that. So apparently that was the background, and like people were saying that Kendra was very much like an attention seeker, which is why she embedded herself so firmly in the school, and she was like head of the captain of this sports club or whatever, and she was like firmly embedded in the school because she wanted attention. And they were saying that she would be doing cartwheels down the hall and stuff in the school.
The bit that made me laugh so much was, no, you can't trust anybody, not even your own family. Her cousin that came to come and really tell us that she's weird.
Yeah. She really came to double down.
She was like, I'm your cousin and she's a weirdo.
They accused her, but for like 5 seconds, Adriana.
She had no reason to be there.
You weren't like a real main suspect.
She just wanted to be like, oh yeah, can you just
Yeah. She just wanted to be in the video.
And then she was just like, she's my real life cousin. Like our mum's sisters. Like she was like, I'm related to this woman and she's tapped. But I did watch that and that was insane.
I watched it and I was doing something at the same time, and then they were just like, Kendra, and I was like, excuse me, what? Kendra's the mum, right? I was completely gobsmacked. Like that's Because the thing is, I'd seen it and I just kept on seeing pictures of Kendra and like people be like, this woman's nuts. But I didn't know what that meant. I had no context. And then everyone was like, watch it. When I watched it, I was like, wow, okay. But yeah, I don't know what, your own kid.
Yeah, she did. She went to jail for like a year and a half or something.
Like
she's not allowed to see her daughter.
Yeah.
Speaking of Netflix, I absolutely hate the new interface.
Oh, really?
I hate it so much.
I think I like it.
Like, I hate that new interface so much. And I hate when companies do something because I know that this took a big thing. There's loads of meetings and all of this kind of thing. And all of this like strategy and loads of money going into it. And I'm just like, this is horrible.
No, the worst change was that the photos on Apple, and they're still being, they haven't changed it back. Like, I don't know, maybe because I haven't updated my phone.
Apple will change something and say get used to it. They don't give a heck if you complain every single day. They'll say get used to it.
Why have I got saved and recent saved and saved today and all of this shit? Like, I don't need that. I just need to know where my pictures are now. Like, I don't need to scroll this much. Like, there's too many categories. But what I don't like is just like, I don't want to, because I even think trailers are doing too much now. Like, we're giving too much away and everything. Like, what happened to the suspense? Like, I will watch a trailer and I know what's going to happen, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, this is too much. I don't like that. So you know, like when you're scrolling on Netflix and then it starts playing some of the show, like I don't like that. Like let me just go via the title and read. But the interface, I don't think I've really noticed.
Oh, it's horrible. I
just know it feels bigger. Everything just feels bigger.
Yeah,
it feels
large in your face. So guys, we got some bad news.
Oh yeah, that part.
We should have led with this.
You probably should have started there.
We went to warm you up, make you feel safe, make you feel comfortable, make you feel like, yeah, the girls are back. The girls are back, but the girls are back in town. The girls are back in town. Only on Wednesdays.
Exactly, we're part-time now. Your girls have gone to part-time. We're back to the OGs will know.
The girls are back in town only
for one day
on
only.
Wednesdays. It's not funny. Why am I laughing? That sounds evil. But okay. So what it means is that we are just putting your receipts and the receipts together. So we're going to do that in one episode. But it means episodes are going to be longer because we'll be happier to be here. We will record in 3 episodes a week. Patreon is still going.
Yeah.
So we're still going to be doing 1 episode for everybody, and then Patreon for our cashiers, which you are more than welcome to join. Please do join the cashiers. It's a good time there. They will be getting episodes on Friday. So it will be on Wednesdays, listen to the Receipts podcast. And Fridays will be Patreon only. And what's the reason behind that?
We want to rest our mouths.
Something's got to fucking give. Something has got to give. We've been doing this nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
I want to stay enjoying it. We want to stay enjoying it.
100%.
And so basically that's the truth.
And I just think it just makes for quality. Like when we were doing the 2 episodes, that wasn't our choice, by the way. Like, you know.
Yeah, did you know that? I'm lying.
It's like, we didn't have a choice.
What we used to do was 1 episode a week on Wednesdays,
exactly.
Right?
That was always the gist.
That was always what we did. And then we used to be like 1 week was a Your Receipts, the week after was a The Receipts podcast. So then obviously we were with Spotify, it carried on like that. And then Spotify were like, content. So they were like, okay, cool, do 2 days a week. So then it was like, we did the Monday and the Wednesday and the Friday.
And we were like, yeah, we'll do anything.
We're like, yeah. and it was one of those things that were done when we were not in a great place in terms of like, we just wanted to like get back rolling with the podcast, and we said yes to things that maybe we shouldn't have said yes to. But now that this is the Receipts Media production, we can kind of do
What
as we want. Yeah. So the girls are back in town on Wednesdays only, but please join us on Patreon.
Absolutely.
If you need some extra bit of je ne sais quoi.
If you need more and more
If you
and
need
more.
more. How'd you like it? So yeah, that's the update.
Yeah. It's not even that bad when you deep it. Like, you know.
Look, there was a point this month it was done.
Exactly. You're lucky you're getting anything. No, joking.
Just kidding. So yeah, in saying that, perfect segue to do some of your receipts.
Let's go.
So we're still going to be doing your receipts, so please email us stuff as well. Are they fun, your receipts? Because it's been so long. I want something cheerful. Or are they sad? Okay. Okay, cool. Brent, do you reckon we should do some kind of like fun musical? Shall I make up a jingle? Yeah. Audrey, you're the musical talented one here.
Ding, 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 ding. That's all I got for you.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way.
Well, hang on. We need a jingle for the dilemmas.
Yeah.
All right, give me a week. I'll come back with something amazing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah? So it's a challenge. Okay, I'll come back next
also,
week.
guys listening, you guys can make up something for us as well.
Exactly. If you've got something,
give us record a little
jingle, best man
a little
wins.
jingle. Mm-hmm. Do you remember in school, yeah? I don't know if it was just, so my school, right? They decided to change the logo of the school. So I went to a school called Dagenham Priory. And Dagenham Priory was an absolute shithole. So much so the Priory said, take our name off.
We don't want any affiliation.
We want no affiliation with this school. And our badge before used to be like white and black cross.
Okay.
Dagenham Priory, white and black cross. So when the Priory was like, yeah, remove it.
As in the rehabilitation centre?
No, it's in religious Priory.
Oh. I thought you meant the rehab that all the celebs went to in the 90s.
Yeah, there was a religious Priory. Yeah, the Priory. So Dagenham Priory had to be changed to Dagenham.
Just Dagenham.
No, so that's to change. That's the competition for the students to change their name.
Oh, okay.
So the students had a competition to change their name and change the colour, our badge. We've got to design our own badge. So everyone was like handing things out and doing stuff and whatever. The name that won. So if you go to Dagenham Park was the name that won.
Oh, the creativity.
There's a park right next to Dagenham Park called Dagenham Park. Like an actual park. But the school was also called Dagenham Park. So if you now go to Dagenham Park, you never know that that's the history behind it. And if you see the shitty badge, like some sneaky kid, it's so shit. Until today, it's the badge.
It's still the badge.
It's still the badge because they had a competition with the students.
So I think that is just free labour.
Yeah.
That is child labour. Like, no one can be bothered to do the work.
Design the badge and create the name, and that's the winner. So this kid, like, is
it bad?
Yeah, our badge is really bad. Well, the badge. It's just shit. You can tell the kid designed that. Like, it's just so bad.
It's not great.
Yeah.
But I'm sure everything represents something, because I realised on badges, everything does. It'll be like, this rope represents strength. This rope represents this. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure.
And also, what Nick even did that competition? Why would you do that?
I know, that's extra homework.
But yeah, basically, if you want to be unique and create a new jingle for us, is where I'm trying to get to.
But we love you and appreciate you.
But we love you guys. So yeah, time for your receipts.
Oh, let's go.
Right, let's go. Hi, ladies. Let me just say I've been listening to this podcast since I was in university and I'm now approaching 30. So thank you for your non-stop hard work on bringing me and so many people joy and happiness. I'm always rooting for you, ladies. I've been sitting this for a while, trying to figure out if I'm overthinking or if my feelings are valid, but it's really been weighing on me and I'd love some honest perspective. I've been with my boyfriend for 8 years now, and over time I've grown close to his family, or at least I've tried to. His brother's wife, his sister-in-law, has lived with their family since she got married. And while she's always polite to me when we're face-to-face, I can't shake the feeling that there's a lack of genuine connection or effort on her part. Unless we're in the same room and the situation calls for it, she doesn't go out of her way to engage with me. There have been times when I've come over to visit my boyfriend and she won't even come downstairs to say hi. Sorry, are you Queen Visitor? Sorry, do you know when I used to live in my mum's house, yeah? When we came to visit, she's like, do you know how I used to piss me off?
You have to drag me out.
I come to greet them. Anyway, I try not to take it personally, but over time I started to feel dismissive, like I was being tolerated, not welcomed. One moment in particular really hurt me. My parents were meeting my boyfriend's families for the first time, a big moment for me. And just before they arrived, his sister-in-law messaged me to say that she and her husband won't be attending because they were feeling unwell. I completely understand not feeling up for it, but I was surprised that she didn't follow up afterwards. No apology, no check-in, no how did it go. It felt like a big moment for me was irrelevant to her. And recently I found that she's pregnant. But what really hurt is that she asked my boyfriend's brother not to share the news with me when they told him, even though they were already 3 months in at the time. Again, I understand what's in privacy, and I've been a part of the family for 8 years. I would have thought I was close enough, or at least not intentionally be left out like that. These may seem like small things, but they're adding up. And I've started to feel anger every time she's brought up. And worse, I'm starting to resent my boyfriend. I know it's not necessarily his fault, but I can't help feeling like he doesn't see how hard I've been trying to be included and how little I've been met halfway. To his credit, he's been supportive. He listens, he validates my feelings, he doesn't try to make excuses for anyone. But even with his support, I can't shake this off. It's getting to the point where I feel like I'm becoming someone I'm not, someone who gets irritated over every little thing. That's not necessarily in my nature, and I don't want to become that person. But I do think the frustration has built up. The constant feeling of being excluded or unseen has started to change how I show up emotionally, and that scares me a little bit. So I'm stuck. I don't want to create drama, and I don't want to carry this resentment. I just want to feel like I belong, like I matter to his family dynamic. I work so hard to be a part of it. If you have any advice, whether it's on how to process this differently, how to communicate it better, or even how to let it go, I'd really appreciate it.
Oh, bless. I think it's her sister-in-law, right?
Yes.
I think I get it. Like, you want to have this relationship with your sister-in-law because you have a romanticized version of what that is supposed to look like, and it's not working out. But I feel like this woman is just taking up too much space in your head.
Rent-free.
Like, she is living in your head rent-free. And I think you need to free yourself from that. Like, that just feels exhausting because and you've said it's starting to impede and impact your relationship. And there's no reason why anybody should have that much power. I feel like when it comes to these things, we have to like really ask ourselves why. Like, I get it, because it would be nice to have a sister in that sense and get along with her and go shopping and do that. But that's just not what it is. And I think in these situations, the most important thing is that your man sees that you're trying and that he acknowledges and recognizes what is going on here. But you can't kill yourself trying to please this person and trying to be her bestie and trying to blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, she's your sister-in-law. You don't have that kind of relationship. And I would just keep my distance and keep it moving. I wouldn't keep on overextending myself for someone that clearly isn't receptive to it. And I feel like, again, I mean, it feels personal, like the things you've said, like, I'm not saying you're wrong, two things can be true at the same time. Like, it may be a personal thing and you've been in the family a really long time, like 8 years is a long time. But for me, it's just not something that I would kill myself over. Like, you haven't done anything to her. You know that. Your boyfriend sees the effort. So I would just regress. I would just pull back a little bit and just
especially when she seems polite. It's not like she sees you, she doesn't say hi to you,
Yeah.
she ignores you, whatever.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
seems like
She's just giving you
fine, like
vanilla.
just polite or
Yeah.
whatever. She's just not being your friend. 2 lessons that I think you need to learn here. It's actually not okay to be liked by everyone. Like, not everyone's gonna like you, regard you highly, or want to hang out with you, no matter how nice you think you are to them. Some people just don't. And it doesn't make them a bad person. They just, she's not my kind of girl, she's not my kind of girl. Or maybe she's woman's like, I live with my in-laws, please, I just want my time.
Just
Like,
want some
like,
space.
it might not be anything to do with you. She just doesn't want to have to make that effort. Another thing is that, like, it's really important for you not to prioritize yourself in someone else's life. You're seeing her as like, oh, my sister-in-law. She's not seeing that.
Yeah.
And
she ain't there yet.
And again, that's okay. And even if you marry your partner and you guys all become a version of a family, she still doesn't have to be your friend. As long as she's not rude to you, she's not impolite to you or whatever, I think that's all that matters. Okay, she doesn't, I don't know. You're not telling me that, oh, you don't come down and greet me. Are you my big mommy? Like, I feel like if I don't want to go down and greet someone, I don't go down and greet. Like, it's not
and she
to
probably
me.
doesn't have those expectations because you're both kind of like your age mates, essentially. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give you this extra level of respect because you're with my brother.
Hey,
Like,
you go and knock upstairs and be like, oh, you right, babe?
Yeah,
Like, as in,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I just think she just doesn't want the relationship you want, and you have to be okay with that. Like, it's actually very okay for someone to not want that with you.
Yeah, I think that you are just letting this consume you way
too much.
Like, there's no reason why you should now be resenting your boyfriend over it, because even your boyfriend doesn't have that power to make her be anything towards you that she doesn't want to. Like, she is an autonomous person. Like, if she wants that relationship, I'm sure that she will start to instigate that, but it's just not what it is. So yeah, I think, like you said, so long as she's not being rude, I would just let it go. I'm not losing no sleep over that.
You don't have to be bosom buddies. You don't have to be besties with your sister-in-law. Like, it's actually okay just to be polite to each other and everyone go about their day.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
All right, next dilemma. It says, is this a bridezilla moment?
Let's hear it.
I have to start off by telling you... I can't read. I've had a few weeks off and now I can't. I don't think I've read anything out loud in time. Okay. Is this a bridezilla moment? I have to start off by telling you girls how much the podcast means to me. I've been listening for 7 years and without a doubt, I can say you've helped me shape into the woman I am today. You've been there for me for the majority of my 20s and have been amazing role models for my romantic and platonic relationships. I always ask, what would Tolly and Audrey do? Thanks so much for being there for us so consistently and for sharing your perspectives on even the most simple dilemmas. My dilemma needs a bit of context. One of my friends who I met at uni is getting married this year. Let's call her Hannah. At uni, Hannah and I were part of a group of 6 who have all stayed friends many years after graduating, despite none of us living close to each other. Hannah was always particularly close with another girl in our group. Let's call her Lucy. They met early days in first year before we became a bigger group. They've been through a lot together and can have their differences, but ultimately we've always seen these two as best friends. It has come as no surprise to my group to hear Lucy is one of Hannah's bridesmaids. It just makes sense. However, I got a call from Lucy last night to say she might not be going to the wedding at all now. I know what you're thinking. What the fuck happened? Apparently, the day after Hannah's hen do, Hannah sent a long paragraph to Lucy saying how she felt disappointed in her as a bridesmaid in failing to integrate the uni girls with Hannah's other friends. Hannah said she felt it was cliquey, like she was between groups. To set the scene, the hen was at Hannah's parents' lovely converted farmhouse over the weekend. We painted pottery, a private chef came to make us dinner, and karaoke setup was hired for the nighttime. I've tried replaying the hen to understand why Hannah would feel clickiness from us uni girls. Obviously, it was never our intention. We did mingle with the other girls and got super involved in each activity, but naturally the uni girls sat together at one end of a large table for dinner and during the pottery painting. I'm not a karaoke fan, but got stuck in because that's just what you do in a hen do. No. Almost all of Hannah's other friends did not seem interested in karaoke at all and spent a lot of the night chilling and chatting in the kitchen. By the end of the night, there was clearly a split in the group. People in the living room, predominantly the uni girls, doing karaoke and people in the kitchen who were chatting. However, Hannah said to me she had a good time the next morning at breakfast and she never really showed any signs of being upset. We could probably argue this is the bridesmaids' fault for picking activities that are bad for integrating people, and clearly the half the group didn't enjoy karaoke. However, Lucy is not the only bridesmaid. Another girl was heavily involved in arranging the hen, and I don't believe there is a... Is it maid of honor? Mm-hmm. I don't believe there is a maid of honor. So I'm not sure it's fair to blame Lucy entirely. The problem is it's been a month since the hen do now. Lucy has apologised and asked what she can do to make sure Hannah can enjoy the wedding, but she is being left on red. Lucy, unfortunately, has just been made redundant unexpectedly, and she messaged Hannah to tell her that she was due to fly out to visit Hannah as soon as she doesn't live in the same country. Hannah still hasn't responded. Lucy said she can't imagine going to the wedding if she's still being ignored, and she hasn't even finalised her bridesmaid's dress with Hannah yet. Equally, I can't imagine going to a wedding knowing Lucy isn't going to be there. It feels weird and awkward knowing that what Hannah said, although Hannah never said to us, hang on. Where am I? It feels awkward. No. Also, it feels weird and awkward knowing what Hannah said. Although Hannah never said it to us. Although Hannah never said it to us others, it makes me question if I should be even be going to this wedding. I feel awful about the whole thing, but at the same time, I'm questioning if this is a bit of a bridezilla moment. What would you do in this situation? Should we encourage Lucy to go? Should I still be going? Help some confused girls out. P.S. The whole thing makes me never want to have a big wedding and a hen do. I fear the drama.
2 things. Are you Lucy? First thing. And second thing, the most concerning thing, what do you mean your friends don't enjoy karaoke?
Yeah.
What kind of people are you? Go to your friend's wedding. Like, let Hannah and Lucy sort out their issues or whatever. If Hannah is ignoring Lucy, I think you're Lucy. They will work it out. And if they don't, Lucy doesn't go to the wedding. You have no involvement. Hannah didn't message you guys to be like she's disappointed in you or whatever. If Hannah felt disappointed in her hen do, she felt disappointed in her hen do. And it's okay to have times where you are disappointed in your friends. And it's okay to let them know that. And I think a big part of adult friendships is realising that like your friend can say to you, hey, I'm really disappointed with how you showed up for me or what you did or whatever. And it doesn't mean, conflict doesn't mean the end of a friendship. I really need people to do. Conflict doesn't mean the end of a relationship. You can have a conflict. I didn't like how this was. We sort it out and we go as we are. Otherwise, there is no like, what's the point? So Lucy and Hannah should sort it out. If Hannah keeps ignoring her, then Lucy, what can she do? She doesn't have a bridesmaid dress. She can't go by force.
Yeah.
But Hannah's still your friend. Go to the wedding, do what you need to do, and let everyone carry on living.
I totally agree. I think that you considering not going is going to cause even more of an explosion. And at the end of the day, like, Hannah's the bride, right? Hannah could just be telling you all of this stuff. There could be more stuff bubbling that you don't even know about. Like, this could just be like a surface thing that she's using as an excuse. I sort of like to say they've got their own issues that should stay between them, and I don't think that it should have any impact on the decision that you make. At the end of the day, this is her wedding. Maybe she is being a bit extra sensitive because, you know, it's a stressful time in her life. Who knows? But I just think that don't take that paracetamol. That's not your headache. Do you know what I mean? Like, let them figure it out and you just go and do what you need to do and let them deal with their issues. And that's all. Yeah.
We have an update on a dilemma. So this dilemma was sent last year, maybe around this time last year. And it was a lady who was in her 30s, got diagnosed with cancer. And she was saying that her and her brother had like a kind of a tricky relationship. Like, she was successfully hit remission, she's doing fine. And her brother just hadn't like checked in on her.
Oh, yeah.
He hadn't checked in on her. He wasn't like... just nothing. Just wasn't asking her questions, wasn't seeing how she was, nothing. And obviously that affected her and she just wanted to know how to fix the relationship with her brother. So we have an update. Okay. It reads, "Hi ladies, I wanted to write in with an update on the dilemma I wrote last year. Quick reminder of the dilemma. I'm the one who had a rocky relationship with her brother and was at a loss on how to move forward with the broken relationship. I am beyond grateful that you chose to read my dilemma and for your honest advice. Tolly, you said it was a well-written dilemma and I ate that up for days. In the almost year since I wrote in, things have been actually so much better. No. Let me change that. I wanted good news, but you know, in the almost year since I wrote in, things have actually become much more tense between him and I. We no longer speak at all. I'd go as far to say we're estranged. I know. However, personally, I'm in a much better space to handle it. I realise that his energy and mine aren't compatible and I'm all about protecting my peace. I've continued doing the work that's needed to ground myself so whatever happens with him, I don't unravel from my centre. Daily affirmations remind me who I am and that I am enough. I've also come to accept the way that it is, unconventional, sad and awkward at times, but learning that not all blood ties are forever ties. I actually wrote a piece and published it last year. It was cathartic to set me free. Through this, I've learned many people have difficult or zero relationships with their siblings. Not going to lie, it's a palm to know I'm not the only one. The other thing that I've learned to hone is grace. Grace is letting go of expectations, but holding the door ajar for reconciliation if ever it comes knocking. Not easy, but I'll keep working on that. Thanks again for sharing my dilemma. Keep doing what you're doing. Biggest love to you, beauties."
Oh, bless her.
I'm proud of you.
Same.
Yeah. I do think there is a thing of this idea that like everyone thinks everyone's else's has this amazing relationship with their siblings, and loads of people really have very difficult relationships with their siblings. In fact, just don't speak to their siblings at all, or have not spoken to their siblings in years. And I think it's always like, because things like that, sometimes like maybe the parents anchor the relationship, and then let's say a parent dies or a big person in the family dies or something, you realise that like, oh, these people are not close.
They're not close,
at all, sort of thing. I worry about that sometimes. Is that I think every family has that integral person that like, when they die, it's like so many family traditions stop. Like, you know, there's all this like the big mummy, the auntie, the mum that you go to their house for Christmas, the grandma that you go to this, and you don't see your cousins unless you're all at this person's house. So what happens when that person is no longer here? What happens to the family dynamics?
That literally happens in my family. And like I won't say who, but basically it was the family member who was literally the matriarch. Because my family's very matriarchal, especially on my mum's side. It's honestly like the women rule the roost over there. And so we had one aunt she was like, and it's usually the first person that comes to this country, like if you've migrated. But
because everyone comes to yours
but everyone,
to stay.
Exactly. Yeah. This particular aunt was the first to come over, and she set herself up and she helped so many people come over. And our family used to be so close. Like when I was younger, I don't remember a weekend where I didn't see my cousins. or my aunts. Like it was every weekend, everybody would come. And then there was a family falling out. And you know, like when you're young and they're like, oh, it's grown people's business.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
You don't really understand,
yeah.
Come to find out, okay, this is some family tea, yeah. Come to find out, so that stopped happening for a long time, and I was like, oh, aren't we gonna go, blah, blah, blah. And this was years, it's like 10 years that we never hung out the way we used to. And then basically the family fell out over underwear, over pants. Like, and when I found out the tea, I was like, are you fucking joking? Like, this is what we're arguing over. So basically there was, some of the family had gone to Ghana, yeah, and one of the cousins that lived in Ghana stole my cousin's very expensive M&S underwear. Yeah, and then that caused... But the thing is, I feel like the pant was a representation of so many more things. Obviously, I don't think it was... Obviously, stealing someone's pant is wrong, but I don't think that was really the issue. I think that just unearthed a whole bunch of other family issues that people were holding in, because when that came out, everybody was like... The main aunt, he was like the matriarch and the glue that held everyone together. Everyone was like, but you can't cut us all off because of pants. Do you know what I mean? But it was like the pant was just a representation for other things. So I said all that to say the family was estranged for many, many years. We weren't close. But then when we fixed it, when that problem got fixed, then it kind of brought everyone together. Hence why we were able to all go on the family holiday to Dubai, because that side of the family and everybody be very cool. But I was just like... No, I can't believe this is the reason why I'm not seeing my cousins. You people better get it together. You aunties better fix up, because I need to see my cousins. But also when you get older, you can have your own relationships. But there is something about the anchor. Like that's... Yeah, I think there is something about that person that makes everyone do it.
I don't mean to sound diabolical, but if someone stole my pants, I will assume it was voodoo. So I understand the fallout. Because it's too intimate for me to not assume that you're going to go do George on me.
When these times it's like... Yep. No, it's beyond the fabric.
There is no other reason. You want my juices. You want something. You want to do judge on me. Like there's, because why would you steal my pants? Like, as in,
they're not just any pants.
So I understand the feud. I'll be very honest with you, because I think it's a bigger picture here. Like you are going to go do voodoo on me.
There was definitely more to it. So, but it was like that was the catalyst. But it was mad. I was like, oh wow.
Next dilemma,
and it's me. Okay. Hey ladies.
Hello.
It's only right I start this off by saying how much I love you ladies. I've been listening since summer 2018 and I've loved every minute since. Also love being a Patreon. I'll shout at you.
Join in, guys.
Right, let me get into it. Context matters, so here it goes. My mum, 60-year-old black woman from the Caribbean, is not literate. When she was a child in school, someone made fun of her for this and she beat them up but it never went back. Fast forward to us moving to the UK 20 years ago. 20 years ago. She went into an adult learning centre. Whilst there, received news her son, my older brother, was killed. Oh God, I'm so sorry. He still lived in the Caribbean at the time. So I acknowledge that there's a lot of trauma surrounding her and her lack of interest in wanting to learn how to read and write properly. Since I was able to read and write, I've done everything for her in regards to completing forms for whatever that may be, read letters, etc. Basically, I knew everything about my mum's business, some things a child shouldn't know. I'm in my early 30s now with a partner and child, and I'm resenting her so much because she shows no interest in wanting to learn to read so she can do stuff for herself. She gets offended when I mention that she should try and learn and dismisses me. She expects me to drop everything to travel to her house to read random letters that arrive in the post. I found her this charity last year that teach you how to read and write properly, and she doesn't show any interest in it. She gets embarrassed when she goes to adult learning centres and there's people there. She just finds any reason not to learn. I've tried teaching her to, and she'll have her Christian sermons in the background and pays it more attention than me. It's exhausting. Don't get me wrong, over the last 10 years or so, she's gotten a lot better with basic words, but not enough to read and comprehend letters, etc., that she comes into contact with. I get so jealous of other people who have parents who can read and don't rely on them for everything in regards to reading and writing. Am I a terrible daughter?
No, of course you're not.
You're definitely not a terrible daughter.
Of course you're not. I can't even imagine. When I used to work at Santander, there was like loads of like people who would come in who couldn't read or write or couldn't understand stuff. And there was always like, honestly, a small child. Like I'm talking 11-year-old or a 10-year-old that was in charge of like basically telling their mum what was going on and translating what I was saying to them or just thinking. And I used to look at this like, oh my God, this labour it must be exhausting. And I think there was so much labour that comes from being a child of an immigrant parent anyway. Like that's a lot of work that you have to do. You have to be like, translate things. Mum, this means this means that. Like, you go to school and you have to tell them what, like, you're just doing so much extra labor. So I can absolutely understand. If you've been doing something like you've been doing since you were 10 years old, you are now 30 years old, you've got other responsibilities. Of course, this is just a lot. Like, I think like a lot more kids have to do this than what it is. Like, my mum can read and write, but I still have to be like, this is this. Like, you still have to explain things to your mum. So I can't even imagine how much more it is if she could not read or write. That must be exhausting. The amount of letters people have to send. You're the one reading, explaining things to her all the time. So, and this has been an extra job you've been doing for so long. By the sounds of it, you don't have siblings who can help out. So it's all on you. So I don't think you are a terrible person for feeling a way about this. And I don't even know if I can give advice as to what to do, because I feel like you tried all the things.
Yeah, she's done everything. The only thing I would add, I totally agree. As the admin person in my family, I feel your pain, and I'm not even doing it nowhere near this scale. So I can't even imagine like how annoying this must be. But the only thing I would say that I think she should do is you have to start putting your foot down. I feel like you have been that person and you have dropped everything and you have made yourself so readily available. Your mum hasn't felt the need to have to do this for herself because she knows she's always got you. And of course, like, you're her daughter, you will always be there for her. And I don't think you're ever going to leave her in the lurch. But the next time she has something, unless it's like an emergency, you have to start saying no. I feel like sometimes in order for people to start making changes, you have to say no. If you're there for her anytime she calls at the drop of a hat, there's no incentive for her to want to do it for herself, you know? So you have to put boundaries in place for yourself. Like, you absolutely have to. I'm sure no one wants to even do their own admin, let alone taking on someone else's admin. You know, you've got your own family to think about and all the rest of it. I would just start saying no. I'll just be like, Mum, I'm sorry, I'm not coming. When she gets desperate enough, she will want to take that upon herself. But you've done everything. Like, you've enrolled her in courses. You have, you know, there's not much else you can do apart from tell her no so that she can fend for herself. You know,
I'll be honest, normally I'm probably of that idea of like, oh no, just say no. Don't like, I if I'm thinking about this personally, thinking about this with my mother, there is no way I'm saying no. Like, there is no way that I'm just like, you sort it out yourself, especially when I know that she cannot. Like, it's not like she's doing it because she just doesn't fancy it. And also, I can imagine the embarrassment of a 60-year-old woman having to go to admit that she can't read or write. I can imagine that being extremely embarrassing, because it's like, how have you gone this long without doing it, especially living in an English-speaking country? I can understand that. I can understand the trauma when it comes to learning and things like that. So I think what I would do is try to make it as easy for me as possible. If it's, Mum, every 2 weeks, this is a date, bring all your letters, we do it all at once. So it's not just you're calling me every time you get a letter. We do a day a month, a day every 2 weeks, that we sort all the things out, I reply to all of the things, and that's our admin day done. And it's I think there are some things that you just can't change. I don't know how likely it is that you're getting a 60-year-old Black Caribbean woman to be like, okay, today I'm going to start doing it, right? I think that people get the kick to like re-educate themselves or whatever. And if it hasn't come to her, I don't think it would. And I'm just thinking, as for me, I don't, like, if this is my mum, there is no way that I'm just, I'll do it yourself. Like, if I had siblings, I'd be like, hey, your turn. Can you sort out mum's things, whatever. But if you didn't mention any, so I assume you don't have any siblings, it's just something you're going to have to do. I'm like, so sorry. I'm even get my husband involved and say, please, can you do it for her this month? Because I know, I think they are, look, everyone's saying this saying, the price of community is inconvenience, and the reward of it is love. You love your mother loves you. I'm very much of the, and not that like, oh, I have to give back because my mum did all these things for me, but I also do feel that. I also do feel that like there is something that I pay back to my mum for what she's done. And again, I know people are like, oh, but she's your mum, she decided to have you, blah, blah, blah. I understand all of that sort of thing, but that's my life giver.
Yeah.
Like, as in like I can't even imagine the things that she's gone through in order for me to have a decent life, in order for her to bring you back from the Caribbean. And if it means once a month I sit with her and I read her letters and I pay her car park fines, I do all of this, that's just a burden. That's the cost. That's my cost, and I have to bear it. But I just think, just do it in a way that works for you. So it's not every time she gets a letter, she calls you. You'll be like, Mum, we save it on the 14th of every month. We get together, we'll bank it out, and then we'll go for there. And that is just a cost you have to bear for your mum. That's just the inconvenience you have to bear for your mother.
Yeah,
that's where I stand from.
But you're definitely not a bad daughter.
But you're not a bad daughter.
You're not a bad daughter for complaining. Complaining doesn't make you a bad person. You're just venting, and you've got every right to feel very frustrated. Like, that's a very frustrating situation. But yeah, it's true. I don't see her. She's not going to learn now, is she? So.
And let's all be honest, adulthood involves doing a lot of things you don't want to fucking do. Like there was a lot of things like, in fact, I have to go out of my way to say no to a lot of things. I was like, there's a lot of things I have to do that I don't want to do. I'm not adding more to that. So I just think it's just one of those things that you just have to do.
It's part of your life. Yeah.
Like your other sibling, sorry, you'd mentioned your sister, your other sibling is not here anymore. Like, so yeah, I don't know. I just know I wouldn't be able to say no, and I can understand your mum's discomfort and embarrassment in trying to learn. And by the time you're 60, I can't imagine how hard it is now. Yeah, like trying to read and write.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like sometimes I think about if I was trying to learn another language now, it would be so hard for me.
I don't think I have it in me. I can't.
Yeah, like it would be so
ignorant,
I don't know if my brain is tapped or capped.
I don't think I have the brain power.
So I just don't know. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. All right, next and last dilemma. Hi, ladies. I couldn't write this email. Hi, ladies. I could write this email purely on the joy that you've given me over the years.
Aww.
But to keep things short, you are and have always been the only podcast I listen to, and I wish you many, many more years of success. To begin, I need to pedal back a bit for some context. As everyone says, I'm so this is long. I'm 29 and I've been with my boyfriend 27, let's call him John, for nearly 4 years.
Okay.
In one sense, we are the same person. We have the exact same likes, dislikes, hobbies, views on life. But where we seriously differ is on habits and behavioural values. Now, John is white and I am black. And as I mentioned, he's younger than me. So when I started to notice he was lacking in some skills, I chalked it down to this, plus cultural differences. But as time went on, I realised that fundamentally, he's a bit of a man-child and habitually would act helpless in very basic situations. I had to teach him things like basic bodily hygiene.
Oh, Lord.
How to open a bottle of wine.
Hey, that's not that easy. Okay, I'm with him on that one.
And how to crack an egg properly. He would smash it on the side of the pan and the shell egg would go everywhere. How do you crack an egg?
Is that not how everyone cracks eggs?
How do you crack eggs?
I knock it on the side of the pan and then I just knock it on something hard and then open like that and then separate.
I use a fork to cause a crack and then I open it. Okay. I came to realise that over time, resentment was starting to build up. So I confronted him and told him that I wanted a partner, not a son. And I was sick of him deferring to me whenever we were in a difficult situation. This was a year ago now. A few months ago, we went on holiday and he informed me that once we had landed, that he'd forgotten his Monzo, so he couldn't get cash out aboard. I said this was fine and got cash out, but you could also just transfer me your money and then I get the cash out. Okay. Then gave him half. 2 days later, when I asked for some cash, I discovered he'd forgotten it in the Airbnb. Then the next day, he asked me to carry the Airbnb keys as he was worried he was going to lose them. I flipped and told him again that I felt like I was on holiday with my son and not my partner. Then, 6 weeks ago, we were going abroad again. In the airport, we separated so I could pick up something from duty free and he would get us a table for breakfast. When I arrived at a table 15 minutes later, his food and drink had arrived and he hadn't ordered me anything.
No. What? That is crazy.
When I asked why, he said, I thought you were coming, but I was hungry. So nonchalant. I was furious and again told him that I was sick of his careless behaviour and how it made me feel like he didn't value me at all. Last week, we were out and at one point, John turned to me and asked... Last week, we were out and at one point, John turned to me and asked for help opening a lolly. To be fair to him, they can be a bit...
they can be.
When was the last time you tried to open a Chopper Chops?
Yeah, they really
complex. Wrap that thing tightly.
They were not playing around.
In fact, sometimes I have to bite it from the top and then...
get scissors.
So, But I can understand how that feels incredibly childish. I'd seen him try to open it for maybe 10 seconds and I thought he'd made enough effort before asking me. So I said, no. At this point, his friend, let's call him Chris, jumped in and said, he'll do it. No, I'm so sorry. What? My man's homeboy helping him open a lolly might be a red flag. A new one, but might be a red flag. Okay. Let's call him Chris. Jumped in and said he'll do it. I told Chris to leave him and to let John work it out himself. 1 minute later, John had opened the lolly, proving to me that he didn't try hard enough before asking me. 10 minutes later, Chris pulled me to the side and told me that I was patronising and babying John. That John is a great and smart guy and doesn't deserve to be spoken about in such a way. and I should think about how this comes across, and I should learn to accept my flaws, and I should learn to accept any flaws that John has because there are so many great things about him. Clearly, Chris and John have had a conversation.
Chris needs to mind his business.
Chris then went on to say that I could call him after the festival if I wanted to discuss this further. You're my manager. I was shocked. I was so shocked I didn't reply. And within a few minutes, I was filled with boiling rage. First of all, Chris is not my friend. So who did he think he was speaking to like that? Are you my dad? Are you my therapist? Chris has had a girlfriend the same length of time as me. And Matt, I think he didn't put his real name there. I'll reply. Chris has had a girlfriend the same length of time as me and John. So he's no more experienced. But also, I was not baby John. I was expecting him to stand on his own 2 feet, the opposite. I couldn't believe Chris had talked to me like this. But what pissed me off most of all is the things I've explained earlier in the email are the tip of the iceberg. I've been working so hard to support John and help him grow and have accepted his flaws over and over again. And these are the things that his friends would never know. And I never complained to John's friends. So Chris' words were such a slap in the face, I was beside myself. Yesterday, I told John what Chris had said and broke down about how sad many of his actions have made me over the years, as John often put himself before me. John told me I would speak to Chris and said that maybe I needed to work on my own self-worth if his actions were making me feel worthless. I ended it on the spot. Today, I'm devastated. And although John pisses me off sometimes, I am overwhelmed with the feeling that I've done the wrong thing. But then also, it's so fresh, I don't know if it has yet to process. He has improved a lot since we met, but I don't know if I should give him another chance. I thought I'd feel relief after ending it, but instead I feel dizzy, empty and depressed. What would Tolly and Audrey do? Should I leave him, sis, or learn to accept his flaws? Also, Chris is messaging me asking if I want to have a further conversation. I want to cuss him out and tell him to suck his mum. Should I? Love you, ladies. Thanks.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. From when I'm like in a position where I'm telling a grown man how to shower, how to open a lolly, like, I just think that because you've accepted it for so long, if you were to go back, this is going to be the entirety of your life. You are going to be like, you're going to mother him, and that's just what it's going to be, right? Like, I understand sometimes in relationships, people have their like adult and the pro-adult. Like, many women are babied a lot and like the idea of being babied by their partner, by their men, right? So like, straight women will be like, oh, babe, I can't do this, and get their partners to do it or act like they are, you know, a damsel in distress all the time for their partner to thingy. And it might be cute, but I can only assume it worse than,
yeah.
Like, bitch, you work it out.
Yeah.
Why is it always me? Like, I don't know. Again, I understand your partner being your safe space. I understand all of that. But like all this, I think because I'm someone, I don't understand that baby and shit. I understand it every so often. Like, okay, I can't open this jar, but I'm going to give it a good go first.
Yeah.
But I think there people think it's cute.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, like, can you do it? Oh, I don't know how to spend money. I need your help. Like, I honestly, I find things like that quite sickly.
Yeah, sorry, all of that gave me the ick.
Like So I find it sickly when women do it to men.
Same.
Talk less of a man doing it. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's a hard no for me.
Like, I'm angry with you. What am I speaking about? Like, it just makes me feel, I like it. Like,
it's not it.
What we doing here?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he needs to grow up. And it's a shame. I'm sure he's a lovely person, but for me, because you literally said what will Tolly and Audrey do, for me, this is a big fat no. Like, I need someone in a relationship that is competent, and it's like, this is basic everyday things that you don't really have together. And like, the thing is, I feel like when it comes to things that are like embedded in, like, he's just not grown up. And I think she alluded to it in the beginning that maybe he's been mollycoddled, or he's not been, you know, he's been pandered to by his parents. I don't know what got him here, but it will wear thin and very, very quickly, because it's not a hat that you're enjoying wearing, and it's only going to get worse. And what happens sometimes in relationships is people wear particular hats and they stay on. And I don't like that. Like, I need to have fluidity in a relationship. I need to know that sometimes I can lean on you and sometimes you can lean on me. And you can't be the grown-up every single time in every scenario. I'm sorry, like, not ordering you food is insane to me.
yeah.
That is completely insane. Like, what kind of common sense are you lacking to think that you went off to, you popped into Boots or whatever to get some lip balm, and then he's come back and he's ordered food for himself, and not even, like, even common sense would just say, call the person. Like, okay.
Yeah, what you want? Yeah, I'm going to order what you want, yeah.
If you're not, like, grown up enough to just wait and just, like, be patient, at least pick up the phone and be like, babe, I'm going to order, what do you want? Like, the fact that he didn't even have that sort of that instinct,
and also people like that are just selfish, right? I think
exactly.
I think outside of relationships or whatever, I think in all partnerships, like people you work with, whatever, I think if someone always does something and they like fall off or not doing it, pick it up. Like our roles needs to be be able to be reversed. If I'm always doing the laundry and the last 2 weeks I've done laundry, why can't you do it? You help or something. And I think that's what you're going to find in your life, that you're going to consistently, when you move in together, you're going to be wanting to picking this up, you're going to be wanting to do doing this. And I think it just doesn't make any sense. Look, you're going to be sad after a breakup. You're sad. Like, as in, it's normal. You're going to be sad after a breakup. You're going to be like, oh, did I really want to leave it or whatever? But I think if you stay with him, you've got eternity of looking after someone. And if you're okay with that, go ahead. And also with his friend saying that to you, John has absolutely had conversations with his friend. Mm-hmm. He has absolutely been like, oh, I just feel like she's always blah, 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 blah. And that's why Chris felt confident to say that to you. And also, unless you are some expert lollipop opener, why are you asking me?
Yeah.
This thing is hard for everybody. It just takes some fucking time. Bite around the nylon.
Exactly. And then also just the fact that, like, he's even letting his friend talk to you like that. Like, again, that just speaks further into his immaturity.
And telling me I need to work on myself.
Yeah,
bothered me.
Like your friend should not have this much access to you, let alone to be telling you about yourself and giving all of this input into your relationship. I don't think he's ready for a relationship. I just think he's very immature.
His friend has said all the things that John wants to say to you.
Yeah,
I promise you, that phone didn't pick that up out of nowhere. Like, and I think what's funny is all of you helping John and doing things for him. He probably thinks, oh, she's always babying me, man. Like, why should you always treat me like a baby? And you think you're helping him.
Yeah.
But every time you told him, and babe, here's how you wash your armpit, he's thinking, oh, leave me alone. Like, I've worked it out, sort of thing. And he's like annoyed by you babying him. I think you're sad because you've broken up with someone, and that's okay. You're gonna feel, people have left horrendous relationships and still felt incredibly sad about it. And the relationship was really, really bad. And it's just a normal thing of not seeing that person, you're used to always being around them, so you're going to be sad. And I think if you want to
get back with him, then just know that this is the life that you've set up for yourself. This is going to be your role forever, because I don't see him changing drastically. Some of it is just embedded in who he is. So if you're okay with that, then get back with him. But I would not. I have a hard line on that.
Yeah. And like, you see women who are like, oh, and it's like, oh, I've got 2 kids, but it's like, I've got 3.
That's not a flex. That's actually hell.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that's not it at all.
It's like, I've got the boys and my husband, so it's like, I got 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Mum banter.
They're crying on the inside.
Don't you want better? Like, I want 2 adults in the relationship and our children who we both like are equally responsible for. And again, I'm not saying there are not times where things are going to be babied. Hey, I love that whole, oh, babe, help me, and also help. But like, let's be for real. Yeah,
not for everyday simple life things that you should have down as a grown up. Like, as a grown up, come on.
Yeah.
You deserve that.
But that's just me.
I agree. It's a hard no for me. I would stay broken up.
Yeah.
Do not get back with that.
You'll be all right. You'll be sad for a bit, but you'll be fine. Right.
Exactly.
You'll figure it out. And even like him being younger, at 27, he should know how to shower.
Exactly.
It's just...
That's not... Yeah, 27, you're still a grown-ass person. I'm so sorry.
Like...
You're not a kid.
What is wrong with teenage boys that hate in showering?
I've got no idea. Maybe it's...
I'm trying to think if I ever went through a stage... Is it just men just hating showering? Yeah,
far from.
That's like a grown man. What am I talking about?
Yeah, 23, you're still very grown. Like, you're grown enough to know that you
go and shower.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why am I teaching you?
I understand. Like, teenage boys absolutely hate. Like, as in they will hate it for the longest time and they spend 2 hours in there when they eventually get in there. But like, they don't like it. Whatever. Maybe it takes away time from gaming. But like, grow up, man.
Yeah, grow up. No. That food thing was awful. I'm sorry. That is so bad.
Yeah.
That is so
I think if a friend did that to me, I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, that's very wild. Like, you ordered and I come back and you're eating. Like, you haven't even like...
just message me, babe, what you want, I'm going to order.
I'm gonna order.
Even if you ordered me food, but it might not be what I want, but hey, you ordered me food.
Get me a starter, for God's sake, for the love of God.
Like... And it's breakfast at the airport. What we got in?
Exactly.
A full English
at most. Yeah, get me a slice of But do you know what? I say that when I first got with Nick, I think I told the story before, and like, he just never, like men that when you're young, because we were young, he didn't know how to host a woman. So he used to come over and there'd be like no food, like there'd be nothing to eat, and it was hell. But we'd always get takeaway, but there'd just be nothing. So one time I came from home with my own food.
Did you bring him food as well, just yours?
I packed my mum cooked spag bowl and I bought a spag bowl just for myself in a container. And then he was like, are you being serious right now? And I was like, yeah, I'm hungry. And he was like, you didn't bring any for me? And I was like, no. And he was like, that's very bad. Like, you don't do that.
You also don't invite someone to your house and not have anything
exactly,
for food to eat.
I was always hungry when I used to go around there. There was never any food. So I just packed a lunch. Sorry. But yeah, it's bad. It's not a good look. Don't do things like that.
And I think for me, I have a thing like people who are not considerate.
Yeah,
especially
think
men,
of others.
Just be considerate.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
think about me. But yeah, that is it.
That is
But
all.
how long was that? Okay, that is it. Like we said, girls are back once a week on Wednesdays. And if you want more with us, you are more than welcome. In fact, encouraged to join us on Patreon. We also have a live show coming up.
Yeah.
So you've missed us, you haven't seen us, it's been a minute. Come to the shows. We are going to be all over the UK, London, Bristol, Leeds, Birmingham, and Dublin.
Yeah.
So please be sure to get your tickets and come for some fun and frolicking to wrap up the year.
Indeed.
And you got anything you need to add? Any pressing things you want to talk about for the last 2 months that you haven't had the chance to?
No pressing issues. I feel like
you've let it all out.
I just want to move forward. Do you know what I mean? Like things that happen then, like it's just like, what do I want to talk about
what's
that now
done
for?
is done.
Do you know what I mean? Let's talk about what's in the now
what's
and move
in
forward.
the now, what's going on now.
So yeah. No, I'm good.
But again, thank you guys for everything. I've been your girl, Tolly T.
And just call me Audrey.
Bye.
One down. Thank you.
We didn't even talk about the scamming we want to talk about.
The who?
Scams, we forgot.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.